Today we will be beginning our poetry unit. As you watch this presentation, please make sure that you are taking notes on the notes sheet that is located in your poetry folder. We will continue these notes on Tuesday, so please do not submit anything at the end of this presentation. Okay, let's get started. Poetry is a type of literature that expresses ideas and feelings or tells a story in a specific form, usually using lines and stanzas. When we're talking about poetic form, there's several terms that you need to know. Form is the appearance of the words on the page. Line is a group of words together on one line of the poem. It's kind of like a sentence in poetry. Stanza is a group of lines arranged together, just kind of like a paragraph. If you take a look at the Emily Dickinson poem, a word is dead when it is said, some say. I say it just begins to live that day. So in this poem, we have two stanzas, the top one and the bottom one, each with 3 lines for a total of 6 lines. Next, we're going to talk about the sound effects that are used in poetry. The first term is rhythm. Rhythm is the beat created by the sounds of the words in a poem. Rhythm can be created by using meter, rhymes, alliteration, and refrain. When you think about music that you like, think about the rhythm that is created by the instruments. Meter. Meter is a pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables. Each unit or part of the pattern is called a foot. There are different types of meters that you will be studying in the future. They would include iambic, trochaic, anapestic, and dactylic. The next term is rhyme. Rhyme is when words sound alike because they share the same ending vowel and consonant sounds. A word always rhymes with itself. Here's an example: lamp, stamp. They share the short A vowel sound and they share the combined MP consonant sound. When reading poetry, we will often be looking to see if the poem has a rhyme scheme. This is a pattern of rhyming words or sounds. It's usually end rhyme, but not always. In our cases, we will be specifically looking at end rhyme. We're going to use the letters of the alphabet to represent the sounds to be able to visually see the pattern. Here is an example. A mighty creature is the germ, though smaller than the pachyderm. His customary dwelling place is deep within the human race. His childish pride he often pleases by giving people strange diseases. Do you, my poppet, feel infirm? You probably contain a germ. Notice the sound got the letter A. The ace sound got the letter B. The eases sound got the letter C. Those were all examples of end rhyme. End rhyme is when a word at the end of one line rhymes with the word at the end of another line. Here is another example. Hector the collector collected bits of string, collected dolls with broken heads and rusty bells that would not ring. Notice string and ring rhyme. Another type of rhyme is called internal rhyme. This is when a word inside a line rhymes with another word on that same line. Ah, distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December. Notice remember and December rhyme. The last type of rhyme is near rhyme, also known as imperfect or close enough rhyme. The words share either the same vowel or consonant sound, but not both. Like rose and lose Different vowel sounds, the long O and the U sound, but they have the same consonant sound, the S sound. The last thing we're going to look at today are some other types of poetic devices. The first one is refrain. This is a sound, word, phrase, or line that's repeated regularly in a poem, usually at the end of each stanza or verse, such as the chorus in a song. The next one is tone. We talked about tone a little bit with fiction text. We will be revisiting tone with poetry. Tone is used in poetry to convey feeling and emotion and set the mood for the work. This can be done through word choice, the grammatical arrangement of words, imagery, or details that are included or omitted. I met a traveler from an antique land. The line immediately generates a storytelling atmosphere, just as it is with the phrase once upon a time. An audience is clearly implied, which means that that poem would have been written to be shared orally. The last two terms for today are connotation and denotation. We talked about these a little bit at the beginning of the year with some vocabulary. Connotation is the emotional or social association with a word, giving meaning beyond the literal definition. Denotation, when you think of denotation, think of dictionary. Denotation is the specific literal image, idea, concept, or object that a word or a phrase refers to. Let's look at some examples. A star is a ball of light or gas in the sky, but the connotation could be a wish. A family is a group of related individuals, but family could mean love, trust, closeness. A dog is the four-legged mammal, but a dog could mean a friend, a protector, or a pet. That's all for the terms for today. Tomorrow we'll be discussing figurative language and review those terms, as well as different types of poetry and point of view. Please make sure you have recorded all of your notes.